Hello again, everybody. Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Wednesday, the 5th of October. These are the charts of the day. The market had a tough morning, a nice afternoon, finished down on the day, but way off the lows, and I thought a pretty good day for the bulls. Despite, even though the technicals weren't great, it was a consolidation retest day. In front of you, a stock on ASAN, which a chart on ASAN, which is one of our swing trades. The reason I put a swing on it after a big run up that saw ASAN go from literally post IPO price down to 20 from 21 all the way as high as 141 by last November. Then, like many other stocks in the tech sector especially, this had a hard decline from 141 into the mid-teens before triple bottoming, basing out over 5 or 6 months. You can see that it reached in August up as high as 29.5, pulled back down and bounced and retested the 28.90 range before backing off one more time and recovering over the last week and a half from just above 20. Actually, 1996 was the low. Today's high, 26.24. Today up a small fraction of 61 cents, but it appears poised to pop and test that resistance zone at 29.30. Beyond that, high 30s might be possible. Fantastic movement in BEAT, which has gone from $1.50 to about 5.25 just in the last week, and you can see it's consolidating for 3-4 days in here. All right, I need the stock to hold 3 3/4 and take out 5.15. That's your next target. You get through that, I'm looking at 6 and 7.5 potentially if this angle of ascent can continue. Big day and breakout day after a falling wedge had encumbered CHWY CHWY for the last few months. Today it popped out with energy up 355 or 10.7%. Resistance readiness zone, if we get through it, probably looking at a test of 41 and 43.5. Fngr doesn't get much stronger than that. A move from 62 cents to 9.36, 15-fold increase in about 8 trading sessions. It is certainly extended. It is certainly overbought. I would keep close tabs on the lows in the last 2 days in the 495.5 zone. 5.25 was today's low, actually. So if it holds 5.25, we may see the spike into the low to mid-teens, but be awfully careful on any kind of rollover that could take this stock down. It is extended. I just want to show you the phenomenal momentum on it. IMVT's got great momentum. In the last 7 days, this has gone up from about 415.20 zone to as high as 960, so more than doubled. Tremendous momentum here as well. You can see the breakout through the double top and a run through resistance as well. As it now up against some key resistance in that zone. If we get through it, we might see 11. But be really careful, and today's low would be a stopping point. ISEE, big snapback over the last 7 sessions as well, taking it from just under 15 to over 21, 6 points and at resistance. This goes back a ways too. The bottom line is if we get through here, I think we got a good shot in the 29.30 zone. KITT, big movement today after getting hammered from 13 down to 3 in about a 3-week period, 4 weeks actually. Today was a big breakaway gap, jumping from 466 to 638, up 310, 96% on a mere 48 million shares, and then closing at the upper end of the range. Near-term target would be about 7 3/4, and we'll see where it goes from there. LITM, 4 days in a row up, and dramatically so. It may spike down to $1.51. This got up to over 3 today and doubled in just 4 days. The lateral resistance is about 330, 3.5 area, followed by 3 3/4. So that's your target zone, followed by 4 3/4. MRSN popped today. Snap back not far from resistance. If they're a 1, 2, 3, 4, it looks like it may be able ready to resume. But it's got to get above 835 resistance. Then you're looking at 10 1/4.5. PEGY yesterday was big. Today was huge, jumping 93% on only 135 million shares. It is up against resistance, but it may extend it if it does 3.5 and 4 3/4, 5 would be targets. Let's see if it continues or consolidates in that zone. Swing trade RYTM may have popped out today. Only up $1.17 at 4.7%, but it appears to broken out across the declining tops line and lateral resistance, completing perhaps a 2-month consolidation. If so, we'll look at 30.5 and 35 as targets. SSNT exploding off its low, having gone from 2.25 to as high as 3.85 in the last week. That includes a pop, pullback, retest, gap fill, and then an explosive move. So your next target is 410 and 490. Pops for 2 days in a row, exploding from about the $3 range, 3.25 actually, to today's high at 1160. That's more than a triple, nearly a quadruple in just a couple of days. So be careful, it is up against resistance. Look for some pullback consolidation, but conceivably your next target could be 13-14 zone. And finally, in the junior oil sector, VIST Oil and Gas looking like it wants to extend. I'm going to redraw the trend line because I think it looks something like that. I now have a target of 15. That's it for tonight, everybody. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.